Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Business and Life Insights. And today we have the very amazingly driven Miss Lucy Azalea. And please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone out there. I hope you're enjoying the day.
Yeah.
And from my point of view, I am shooting from my studio. My name is Lucy Isaiah.
Yeah.
And I am the founder of Black Female Entrepreneur Greenwich. Black Female Entrepreneur Greenwich was set up to support Black women and Black young girls with the skill and mindset to be able to set up their own business, turn their idea into business, and be financially independent.
Good. So what made you come up with this idea to set this organization up?
You know, as a mother of, I've been in business for a very long time, back in Africa. And I have my own fashion business that I do. But right from a very age of 8.
Yes.
I started selling. I like, for whatever reason, maybe because my mother is an entrepreneur, so I watch her and I enjoy the moment of selling and buying and holding money in the hand. So that fascinates me. So as a child of 8, I started selling peanuts.
Yes.
I started with recycling.
Yes.
You pick those little bottles and you take them to the market. And
yes.
Yeah. So then they just call it, say you're picking litter, but I think the Western one's got a posh name for it, calling it recycling.
Recycling, yes.
Actually, we were saving the planet then. We were really saving the planet. So I collect these bottles, even though I'm going to just collect them and go to the market over the weekend, and they give you some money. So I saved that money.
Yes.
And that money, I graduated to peanuts from litter picking to peanuts. So I started selling peanuts in front of my house. And as time goes on, I helped my mom when I went to school. Even back home, I have a small kiosk where I sell soft drink and snacks.
Okay.
As I come to Europe, study, got married, start having my children.
Yes.
Juggling with job was very challenging because there's no help, there's no support. You're on your own. You have to do it.
There's no auntie, come and help me go and pick up the kids from school.
Once you call the auntie, as the auntie is going, you need to drop some pound.
This is true.
So, and it wasn't easy doing that work and looking after the children. It was very tiring, but my partner was also working full time.
Yes.
So we have to make a decision in terms of either I need to stay at home and look after my child and do the work in the house to keep the family together. So in the process of doing that, I started going to the children's center because that's where it's like our little community where you go and meet with other moms.
Yes.
And it was lovely. It was lovely going there. It was a beautiful place. And I started, as I joined one of the classes they do for knitting. I knit back home. I was knitting back home. I know my mom sew. Yeah. I took interest because I like my clothes in a very particular way.
Yes.
So anything I got to do with fashion, I took interest in it. So when they started the knitting class, I joined. And after that, they did a cloth making session. I joined. I was so good at it that the lady that was running the class said, "Why don't you go to college to go and learn how to design?"
Yes.
I said, "I'm not very sure." She spoke to the people that owns the place. Said, "Oh, because you volunteered, you can actually go for free." I said, "Free? Nothing free. You let go." So,
This is true.
I just pop on it, and as soon as I finished my training there, I just started making things. But you make things. How do you make and sell? That's another thing. For you to have a skill is one thing. Then actually market it is another thing. Then selling it is another drama.
Of course.
So I was just thinking, I said, okay, if I was making, I was very shy in telling people that I was sewing, Because there are a lot of people just saying, "Oh, you should see sewing. What's that? What's that? Making clothes? Is that anything?"
Or do you feel sometimes as Africans, we look down on certain professions? So
definitely,
when we want to go into that profession, we think, what will people say? Because back home, that would have been seen as a profession that maybe is not for somebody of your caliber or something like that.
Exactly.
So when people have a talent in a certain avenue, like for example, if somebody is a cook, someone is an amazing cook, and they can be a chef, but that is not seen as being a doctor, being an engineer, being an accountant, you know, those professions that everyone wants to hear about.
And which, in fact, it's a course. I would just say it is a course on us for we to feel that there's some certain professional that you should not go on it.
Yes.
But forgetting that you are gifted in various ways. You get, because like me, I'm dyslexic. So anything that got to do writing is not my thing.
Yes.
But anything that got to do with skill and hand, my God, planning, organize, all this kind of thing, that is me.
Yes.
So if I'm wasting my time to go and read doctor or pharmacy,
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And I'm not
know what they say.
I'm not going to be happy.
Exactly. They say that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, the fish will always be a failure. The fish will always feel like it's stupid. Why can I not climb a tree? Number one,
the fish will end up dry up there.
Exactly.
Fish will be dead.
Exactly. You know, it's the same as us. We sell our souls for things that we are expected to do. And so we die slowly. We die slowly every day. Inside. For you, anything to do with, I want to write all these, any career that would have insisted that you have to write reports or anything like that on a daily basis.
0/10.
Exactly. However, you're excelling at the thing that you actually enjoy to do, the thing that you wake up in the morning and with your eyes shut,
I'll do it with my eyes shut. Like this now. I just came up with this idea. I just created this. This is something I was just sitting, I was bored, I was having my lunch.
Yeah.
I make this earring.
Yes.
So I was just making this is a new design. Wow. So I was just eating my lunch. I just sit down and I just cut it out of scrap.
Yeah.
It was out of this scrap piece of clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I made this lovely piece of earring. Wow. So just tell me, if I'm gonna write something about this, that's zero. It's not me, you know.
The fabric was very
and it's a scrap. This would have gone into the bin.
Yeah, that is so true. But now, I'm
still gonna make more pairs out of it.
Exactly. For you, somebody who started with recycling, that has lent itself so well in your current career. It's like nothing we ever do in this life is wasted.
No.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you were somebody in school who was the person who the teachers always told, write the noisemakers, if you were the prefect, if you were, you know what I mean? Yeah. The people give you these jobs from a very young age because they see the potential in you. They see that you're an organized person. They see like you're somebody who is into sports. They see that, so that someone like you, if you started doing this at 8, yes? Yeah. And that was encouraged. Yeah. And I say to people all the time, if your child who is 10 shows an interest in something and you nurture it, by the time they're 20, they have 10 years experience in their field.
Of course. But and they say, I'm telling you, experience is the best teacher. There's no amount of school that you would go to that would teach you what your experience has taught you.
100%.
The experience is teacher.
Yes.
So when I came, I was, I was feeling very, especially in Europe, you're just feeling very, very, very shy. I started telling people what you're doing. I'm a designer. I do this. So what, because when I came to this country, I do volunteer a lot. Even back when in Africa, I like supporting community. I like doing community work in the church and within where I live. So when I came in here, I just, that was what was keeping me, because you need some form of sanity, because there's a lot in Europe.
Yes.
So going for that volunteering actually helped me to actually think that giving back actually results in you learning new skill, or you developing another talent in you.
Of course.
So what I did was, after I finished, and I find it very, very difficult to actually navigate myself or tell people what I do.
Yes.
I decided to start running free sewing classes.
Ah.
Yeah, I was running sewing class. I say to the place, you know, the children's center, where I said to them, I said, I finished my training. I don't mind running the class. If you guys cannot pay for another teacher to come, I will run the class for the parents. Just get the sewing machine and I would just run the class.
Yes.
And you know, and I enjoy doing it, because then I was learning new tactics. I met a lot of women, a lot of young people were coming. There's a lot of students that have come through their classes that have actually become their own designer on their own.
Yes.
Without going, they started their own business on their own.
Yes.
So I run that classes for like 2 years. And I bought sewing machine. And my first sewing machine I bought was I saved towards it. I saved to people. Everything in life is determination, it's focus. Course.
Yes.
So I was saving £5 every week.
Yes.
Till I managed to raise. People say, you live in Europe, you should be able to get that money to buy. It's not everybody that live in Europe that have an easy life.
It's not even
Europe
that. Let me tell you something.
It's a very tough place.
With us Africans, and this is our fault, because we go to Europe, we live in, say you live in England, you live in London, and a lot of things like cars over there are not as expensive, but you still have to save to buy it. You still have to pay insurance, you still have to pay all these things. But to own a good car is not that difficult. Yeah.
No.
Or you can even lease a car, you know. So now you have a loan for this car. You live in this house that you can barely pay for. You take all these pictures, you put them everywhere, so that people can think you have this amazing. You know, we live in an age of social media. Exactly.
In a dream kind of a bubble.
That's it. And when you tell people your truth, and I was talking to my interview last week was with a white male of 60-something who shared his story that he had actually lived in a phone box for 2 weeks. This is somebody who was born and bred in England, his country. But these are the stories that we don't hear in Africa.
No.
You see, we don't hear that there are people who are, children who are sleeping hungry in England today.
Of course, a lot of them.
Old people who are dying because they cannot afford to heat their houses. Old people who are dying because the waiting lists in hospitals are so long that they die before it's their turn to have that operation.
To have the operation, a lot.
You see, but these are stories we don't hear. For us Africans, we don't tell these stories to the others who we've left behind, so that it can be a caution. It can be a caution to them. It's not all.
It's not even, not all. It's not roses.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's harder than back home.
Some people will say, oh, because you're already here. No. But that's fine. If you want to go and test the green at the other side of the mountain, hop on. So, but I am telling you, it's tough. It's tough here. And if we had those advice, some of us would not be here.
That's true.
We will just hang on in Africa and continue to do our best. At least there, no one will tell you go back to your country.
Exactly.
At least no one will tell you that you're too black. And no one will tell you that you do not fit in. No one will tell you, oh, you're not entitled. No one will tell you that your children are school. You come back, you need to stand for 14 hours you're working. 8 hours you're working. At least if you don't have Maggie to cook, you will knock at your nails door neighbor, you get Maggie.
Exactly.
You cannot knock and get no Maggie. If you knock for somebody's door, they're going to call police for you.
Even salt, and salt is so cheap, even that. You're talking about knocking to ask for something. Even saying good morning, some people look at you suspiciously.
They say she's talking at me. She constantly
exactly.
Me.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And these are the things that people don't realize, that it's a very hostile environment, number one. Number two, it's very difficult to get ahead. You know, especially when you're from Africa. What people forget is when we are here, you look like everyone. So everyone has a chance. Over there, they see you coming. They discriminate before you ever even speak. Now,
before you open your mouth to say something,
God forbid you have an African accent.
Oh my goodness me.
It's bad enough that you're black and you're British.
Yeah.
God forbid you have an African accent. Even the blacks themselves who are
there's black upon black racism.
Yes.
Tell you guys something. There's black upon black racism.
Exactly.
There's we the Africans, and there's the Africans that are British that discriminate against the African that are not British.
Exactly.
And there's also the Caribbean that felt we the Africa, we are the one that betrayed them for them to be enslaved.
Exactly.
And we get punished. We get punished for it.
Exactly.
So they don't want to have anything to do with us.
No.
So it is then we have to deal with the white supremacy that will tell you that you are nothing but rubbish. You know
that is so true.
Then you have the Asian community that will not be welcoming to you.
Yeah, that's so true.
We have this series of different xenophobic people just judge you for the country, which part of Africa you come from. There's a racism against that again.
That's true.
So especially we the Nigerians, we suffer more. You understand? So there is another one there.
Yes.
So it's like this is something. It's hell.
Yes.
Hell. So
true.
you might see we look nice. We have our business. I am telling you, it's day and night without rest.
That's it. It's an uphill battle.
You see, like a battle, day and night without rest. Very challenging.
So when you started this organization, what is your vision for it?
My vision for it, because like I said, when I started, there was no support. There was no single support. I don't know where to go to ask for people. I went to the job center to ask them. Someone said job center will help you to set up. I went to the job center, they sent me to another organization. I went to that organization, said, no, they're not responsible for that. It was just like I was being tossed like a ping pong ball. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to try to see what I can do. Yes. So what actually helped me was because I volunteer in a lot of organizations and I was attending a lot of meetings to know who is who, what is happening within the community.
That's it.
So that actually helped me to know where to start.
You had a good network.
I had a good network of people. A lot of people don't have a good because they have to work. But and some of them that don't even work, they don't even know where to start because it is very hostile. Yes. But you know me, I have this nature. When it's hostile, I get a thicker skin.
Yes.
So when it's not hostile, I find it doesn't. To me, when it gets tough, that is when all my brain is working 360. Yes. So it has to be tough for me to wake up. So
exactly.
So when it gets tough, like I just started picking up, and that's actually bring about me establishing in my own business rights. So I established my own business was done properly. Yes. I set up everything. I was getting some little job here and there. I was running classes. I was doing other workshops. I do a lot. I didn't sew that much for people. Yes. What I was doing, I was teaching. So I was doing like after school club, teaching young people how to sew. Also teaching adults how to sew, running a lot of workshops. And that actually made me to know more people. Yes. And the more I know more people, the more I see that a lot of our people, the African community, the women were suffering and they have skill. Yes. Some of them were even better than mine, you know, better skill, better different things they were doing. And some of them were very hardworking. Yes. And I found out that they were also in the same shoe like me when I was, and I said, you know what? I have a tougher skin. I don't know if you have one. If I explain to you my journey, you might not even get to the end. So I will make it easier by setting up an organization that will look after the African women. Yes. Black women in my community. So that we can come together and share resources. Yes. Because there's a lot of document that you need to put together. get an accountant, you need to do your policies, you need to do your safeguarding. There's a lot of document that you need to put together that will actually give you that right to start with. Then even renting the shops were so expensive, you can't even hire a job. How much have you saved? Yeah. So the aim was to do it like a cooperative. We form into like a company limited by guarantee, where all the women will come under one umbrella. We share one document. Anywhere we're going, we go as one. So if we're looking to do a pop-up store, the pop-up store will take 10 different women with their businesses. And all the public insurance will cover the 10 of us. Then we say, our lawyer, we have one lawyer that will look into all our documents. We have an accountant that will look into our document. So when we are doing that, and I start noticing that some of the women, they don't have some of the things that they need to have individually, they don't have it. So like business mentoring. So I started doing business mentoring, teaching them how to talk to customer. Customer service is one very vital role that we lack sometimes in the African business. So, and again, time management. We like time management where event is starting at 11. They're coming at 11. So when are they going to set up their markets? For God's sake. So we have to start teaching them. No, if you have event the day before, prepare yourself mentally and physically. So you're going to somewhere, you need to prepare, you need to rest, you need to prepare your mind, you need to come to the place and be happy. No one wants to buy from someone that is frowning their face.
No, definitely not.
This is not like Africa that even though the person is abusing you, you still go and buy from their shop.
That's it.
In Europe, no one will buy from you. Excuse me.
No.
You keep your face, you're on your own, you take your market back. So no matter what the challenges is, then we started looking at other emotional issue. Because there was a lot of our women, they were going through, they have immigration case, or they have housing issue, or they have domestic violence, or their children are having difficulty at school. So this was actually affecting their affecting them psychologically. Of course. And as a result, it's affecting their business mindset to be able to relate with their customer. Of course. Because if you have all those things behind you, when you come to the market, you won't concentrate, you won't look happy, you look very sad. Exactly. So we started dealing with those issues, so that when the women come to market, they feel reassured that even after the market, their problem is solved. And there's other issues that will be dealt with. So the Black entrepreneur was just not there to look at just the business part of or how the women should be financially independent, but also look at other social issues. Because I'm politically involved in my community, so I know a lot of people that are in government. So what I was doing, I was able to signpost some of the issues that those women were having to different councillors, maybe like MPs, to refer them to. I was able to know different big organizations that actually support them. So and then we were not just supporting socially, psychologically, business-wise. We were also part of decision making. So I make sure that our voice is part of policy making. So wherever decision making is being made, I make sure that if I'm not the member of my board, are in those meetings, and we will be part of that decision making. I know a lot of women in Africa don't want to join politics, but I am telling you, if you don't join, then you have sold your right and your vote to be part of decision making. That's it. Services. There's a proverb that says, if you're not on the dining table, you are the dinner. That
is so true. Because what I'm hearing you say is, you went into a new country, everything is new, everything is different. You had certain issues adjusting. Once you found your way, you realized that you were not alone in this lostness, if I can call it. So you then created a solution to a very, very, very real problem. And I think this is where a lot of people, and this is how a lot of businesses start. And generally businesses and even big people who've been around for a very long time, they will tell you, if you create a business than create something that will solve someone's problem.
Yeah.
Because go into it. I recently looked into this thing of during this pandemic. Our children stopped going to school months ago. Now, everyone knows that children between the ages of 5 and say 16, they grow like weeds.
Yeah.
5 months from now, that uniform doesn't fit them.
No.
Yes. So I've set up a Facebook page for parents to swap uniform in Kenya. So any parent can come and say either swap or give away, because what can you do with that uniform even if you didn't give it away? Nothing. Your child can't run around in it at home because it's a uniform.
No. The uniform.
Yeah. So some people are coming and asking me, how do I know who is worthy? How do I know who is needy? I said, it's not about knowing who is needy.
No, it's about you just taking part, doing your own parts.
Give it with a clean heart. You don't care if somebody doesn't receive it with a clean heart and goes and sells it, then that's on them to receive the bad karma. That's not for you to judge. You know, you've given a pair of shoes to somebody who tells you my child needs it. Now, this person takes it and sells it for 500 shillings. Now, even if they sold it for 500 shillings and they needed that 500 shillings to feed their child,
you have solved their problem.
You've helped them. You know what I mean? That uniform might not have been worn by their child for too long, or those shoes, but you've helped them, and therefore you've helped a family in need.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether that person sells it or they do what, that uniform, you can't do anything with it anyway. And it's the same as what you did. You've seen there's a need here. You've created a whole network, for yourself initially. You've learned how to navigate this system. Yes?
Yeah.
Now you're creating a path for other people to navigate it in an easier way. You're removing the obstacles from their way.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Because that obstacle was affecting their mental health, because I went through that postnatal depression after having my child. Because this is the obstacle that actually caused. There's a lot of women back in Africa that have mental health, but because back home we don't see it as a mental health. We see it is getting angry, or winch is haunting them. Now, stop saying those things.
Exactly.
The person is going through tough time.
Exactly.
And it's all this obstacle that can build up and cause a lot of barrier for people.
Exactly.
People just needed somewhere to go and chat. It's not about them making money.
Yes.
And I see a lot of people that have actually, as a member of the Black female, it's not about them making money.
Yes.
It's about them leaving their house, socializing, and feeling worthy.
Sense of community as well, isn't it? Because it's hard. In England, especially, where people smile at you with their teeth and it never reaches their eyes. So you think someone is your friend and they're not. And it's difficult to also just come into a different country and just make friends.
No.
You need, and we come from Africa where you have a sense of community. You know what I mean? And most of us who were brought up in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, we were used to playing outside and meeting other people and, just having a community. Suddenly you're in a place where your neighbor doesn't even say hi to you. It can be very isolating.
And even they say hi to you, say it with an agenda.
Exactly. It can be very isolating. And I know, like, when I lived in England, I suffered, and this is what I say to people, and it's not just the people that make it worse for you because of the isolation, it's the weather. The weather in the winter gets so bad. If you're leaving to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're leaving in the dark. You leave work at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the night, you're in the dark. So you're living in perpetual darkness for months on end. It's depressing.
And then when you come back to the house, you're still living in the dark, not as in no light, but as in the dark of your darkest moment.
Exactly.
So the trouble, the worries, the bills, the children coming with their own. It's a very dark moment from the school, the education system, where then you go to the school, the way they treat you, that's another dark moment. So 360 days of your life, you live in shallow of darkness. and you don't see anything nice or worthy. And that is very threatening.
Yeah.
And then the little community you have in the church,
yeah,
and you are expecting them to be there, to be the sunshine as they sing the hallelujah. You think heaven will open and sun will shine. But the same community will be the one that will know, even when they sing hallelujah, as the sun shines, they will shade the sun. They will shade it. They will shade it so that it doesn't, so that you don't see the light.
Exactly.
So it just, I've got to a stage whereby I don't wait for people to knock at the door for me.
Yes.
I bulldozer the door.
Yes. That's it. You don't knock. You shoot it down with everything you got, and then when you get to the other side, you think, okay, I'm here now. How do we deal with this thing?
That's what I do.
Isn't that what life is about? Yeah. Today I wrote on my Facebook, I said, if you tell me how I can't do something or how I can't achieve something,
that's what I'm going to do.
Step aside and watch me show you how it's done. You know, because if you cannot be constructive in my life, you don't need to be in my life. And this is something we need to remember as entrepreneurs. It's already hard setting up. It's hard because the system is made to make your life difficult. Get a license for this, get a license for that, apply for this, do this, pay for this, do the other. You know what I mean? You jump through hoops day in, day out. Yeah. And yet the people who, exactly. And the people who are close to you, your family, your church members, your friends, the people who are supposed to say, listen, you've got this. Yeah. In most cases, they don't tell you you've got this. They're the ones who, as soon as you start doing well, oh, can you lend me some money? And they don't return it. They don't realize that as a small business.
They will tell you, oh my God, is that what you want to do? Are you sure this is going to work?
Exactly.
I saw A and B doing it and it didn't go.
It didn't go, exactly.
Goodness me, it's A and B. I am D. I am E.
Exactly.
I'm not A and B.
Yeah. But it's time we changed that narrative, especially as Black African people. It's time we started supporting each other. If somebody is setting up something, if they're giving you a good service, use the service and pay for it. There's no, I'm your mother, I'm your auntie, I'm your mother's friend. It's those things that spoil our businesses. It's those things that make us not successful. Thing is that
we're not very professional. Like me, everyone know me. I don't do auntie, I don't do brother.
No,
I don't do sister.
Exactly.
You have to be, even in my house, my children know me. I'm very professional in everything I do. When you're speaking, I'm speaking to you, I'm professional.
Of course.
When you know, the only time maybe we get to be even when we are eating, I'm professional. Even I'm eating in African way, I'm very professional in eating in that African way. I respect the African food. That you can see me. Everything I do is about Africa. You need to accept yourself.
100%.
And I used to say to people, do not let anybody make you sad.
Yes.
You know, at your own expenses, they are happy. On no account should anyone make you at your own expenses, they are laughing. No, I'll tell you, I say it can't happen.
Yes.
If I'm not happy, you're not happy.
This is true.
If we have to do this together, both of us have to be, we all have to be happy.
That's
you understand me? So on no account, anything you do, you need to be professional. You can't be running a business and someone just come to you, I say, because it's my friend, or can I have a biscuit there? You ask them, are you buying? This is a business. Or you are running a business. Like now, I'm running a sewing class because somebody's my friend. He will not register. That's a big fat line.
Exactly.
As soon as you come in, you'll be on the queue.
Yes.
Get to your turn, you will register. If you come here on the phone, say, can you send me email? That's the protocol.
That's it.
If you're serious to join me, you will send me an email. I will send you the form. You fill in the form. If you come down there without filling that form, I'm not going to take you. I don't mind how much you want to pay. You go back.
Of course. Of course.
Because then you need to set up a straight standard for how you want to operate.
Exactly.
So but when you start making it in a way of family-friendly, family business, that is where you cause trouble for yourself. Then you will end up not actually running that business the way you ought to. You have a business plan. Even though you don't have it, you should have a standard working order.
Exactly.
And let all your customers know that.
This is how it goes.
This is how it goes. This is how I run my customer service.
That's
and
it.
do not become over familiar with your customer. It's good to chat, but don't get over familiar.
Or let's go for drinks.
Yeah. Today, like, I went to buy a fabric, and there was one lady, the customer was actually having a chat with her.
Yes.
And before you know, they were greeting, oh, you come from data. Oh, hey. Before you know, the man took the item and go without paying.
Yes.
So the lady has too much of charge. She forgot to collect the money.
Yes.
And the man went with the product. Maybe the man did not, I don't know. But this is why I say, sometimes you have what is called over familiar buyer.
Yeah.
When you come, know when to draw the line.
100%.
And try in a very polite way, stop the conversation and dip into your business and collect your money and let them shop and go.
Exactly.
You understand? You need to get that straight.
That
applies to anyone. Even my husband. My husband want me to do work for him. He pays. I said, pay into my business account. And I send him his receipts. And I make the clothes. I package it. I don't say because it's my husband, I'll just go and dump it. No. I will put the cloth, package it, put it in the bag, and hand over to him.
Exactly.
That he knows this is being done professionally.
Exactly.
I'm not having that.
I always say to people, I'm a therapist. I used to have a clinic at home. When I lived in London, I had a clinic set up at home, which is quite common for therapists in London. Yeah. So even if I had a member of my family say to me, my back is really hurting. We were sitting there in our tracksuit bottoms. We were having a Sunday meal, whatever, it's finished. 2 hours later, someone wants treatment. I would say to them, let me go and get into my uniform.
Yeah.
I would go upstairs, get into my uniform, come back and set up everything like I would for a client and say, and in that moment, I am a therapist. I am not your daughter. I am not your sister. I am not your niece. I am none of that. I am your therapist. You will fill a form for your medical history like everyone else before I treat you. I know your history, yes, but as a therapist, I need to know certain things that I might not have asked as your sister, as your mother, as anyone. You know, even for my own child, I fill that form. Then I do a proper assessment and say, okay, this is how we will proceed. I will tell them exactly how we will proceed, and then I will treat them. But I treat them exactly like I would anyone else walking off the street.
Perfectly. That's how it needs to be done. That's how it needs to be done. And again, one thing I understand is that time management. We don't keep the time.
Yes.
I see many occasions, even those that I'm even support, some of the women I support.
Yes.
You ask them, you book an appointment, they will go online, book a slot, business mentoring for 10 o'clock, and they're not coming. Because they know I'm in the office, they come 12 o'clock. You come 12 o'clock from the door, I said, I'm sorry, I have somebody coming by.
And even if I don't have somebody, you're slow to come. I have somebody planned, I have something planned for 12 o'clock.
I have sent a lot of people back and they were upset. But now, you know what? They get used to me.
They turn up on time.
Tell me, they come on. And if they are running late, they call me and say, Lucy, I can't make it. You can't make it. And you're just calling me now. Okay, the next appointment will be in 3 weeks' time. I'll do it just like your GP.
Exactly.
3 weeks' time.
100%.
So you need to, and what I'm doing, I'm also trying to coach them, to help them. And I say, because if you're going for a job interview, you won't do that.
Exactly.
If you're going for work, you don't do that.
That's it.
You don't bring your African style of operation.
Yeah.
And I don't call it, it's not an African style of operation, it's an individual. It's an individual team.
Exactly.
And we should not be cooking it African
exactly, because it is not it's not a thing in Africa to be late. No. Because not all Africans are late. I had an appointment yesterday.
No. Because if you go back to our forefather,
they respected themselves and they respected their time.
They don't have time.
Yeah.
When they come out, they look at the sun. They know when the crow, they know it's time. They stood up from bed. They get things ready. They pack and go to farm. They come and look at the sun. They know when to cook food. They don't know when to cook the dinner. They know when to sleep outside. Everything is being done timely.
On time.
And then And don't tell me. And even when they want to do something to the gods, where they do their ablution and everything, they pray, they eat exactly the season, the farming season, the planting season. So there's not African time. It's just an individual time.
Yes. And now we're copying each other, this bad behavior.
No, it's wrong.
What would you say are what have you found are some of the biggest challenges that generally women face, and especially African women face when it comes to business?
One of the biggest challenges is, I think sometimes it depends on where you're trading. English is not your first language.
Of course.
If it's an international business, they expect you to have this nice, posh speaking. Hello, they want you to have this. But I say to people, let your talent speak for you.
100%.
And this is about confidence.
Yeah.
It's about confidence. You need to be confident in yourself.
That's it.
You need to be confident in your business.
Yes.
And you need to know your business.
Exactly.
You can't come there. You're coming there. And again, dressing appearance.
Yes.
You're going to sell your product and you've not tested your product.
Yes.
You know, when you're hearing, like anytime I'm going to sell my product, I always have my product on me.
That's it. Yeah.
So you don't believe in your product and you want somebody to believe and buy it?
Yes.
You understand? So you need your appearance. Sometimes we dress and our body language, you just go like this.
Yes.
No, my dear, you're a business person. How does business people look like?
Exactly.
You need to show the appearance. You need to know your product.
Yes.
You need to listen to news, my dear.
Yes.
You need to be informed. A lot of us are not informed because sometimes when you are selling, your customers are from various places.
Of course.
So when they bring out a topic, you are able to have a proper conversation. So there's no conversation you put on the table that I'm not going to have discussion with you.
That's it.
Even my children know they record news for me because I want to know. I want to keep myself updated about what is happening in the society.
Yes.
Because I don't know who will be my next customer.
That's
so
it.
When that customer comes, because some customers, they are just there to just have a conversation. It's the conversation that will make them to buy.
That's it.
Some customers are just there to support you as a local person. So if you don't know about your local community, or you're not involved in your local community, how would they buy from you?
That's true, because you don't come across as somebody who is of the community. Yeah.
Of the community.
Yeah.
So there's some customer like that. And there's some customer, they love if you know your product. They want you to convince them that your product is better than other people.
Exactly.
So you need to know. For instance, now if I want to sell this earring, I will tell you every detail. I will tell you where this fabric comes from. This is a traditional Ivorian fabric.
Yes.
If this traditional Ivorian fabric is used for the high-class women, those high-class women, they design this fabric just because they want to actually show that they are high-class. And the reason why I use the bed is like a dove. That dove is a very special bed. So it actually blends well with the fabric because high-class woman with a dove, that show the elegance. Then and I use silver. A lot of people prefer silver now because silver is very special. So I use the silver and I use the dangling. I use the dangling silver. So the dangling silver actually when you put it on, it gives a kind of vibrant look. And you see when you're moving, the bed is shaking, is dangling. You need to put a lot of detail. You need to explain to people.
Exactly.
Some people, after that explanation, they buy.
Yes.
So if you don't know your product, you don't have the confidence about for yourself, you lack confidence, that is going to affect you. That is what is affecting. And sometimes some people want to try to speak like the posh people. For God's sake, forget those things.
I think if you do naturally speak like that, you see, because like sometimes people might say, "Oh, Sharon, you have a phone voice." It's not because I try to put on a phone voice. It's because I've lived in England for so many years. I worked in a customer-facing role. I worked on the phone. And a lot of times when I spoke to people, I found that they couldn't understand me when I spoke a certain way. So it just naturally evolved. So now I speak a certain way. But it's not because I try to put it on. It's just You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's no point of being something you're not, because if you're being an imposter, you will be found out very quickly, and you will be uncomfortable.
For instance, take a look of the Afrobeats. Look at Afrobeat now.
Yes.
When our young people that were in the Afrobeat, you see the high life. You have the high life before the Afrobeat.
Yes.
The high life, that was when all those our old papas, they were singing in their high life. Everybody loved those music and people buy it.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you now come to the Afrobeat. Then our young people, they like to copy. They want to sing like Jess Brown. They want to sing like MC Hammer.
There's no authenticity.
So then no one know Afrobeat.
No.
But when they start doing it the way the African do it, with their funkiness,
exactly,
taking over.
That's it.
Even now, people are even learning to speak. You see the one they call Oyibo Naija? People are learning to speak the pidgin. They are learning to speak like African.
Exactly. Oyibo Naija? I've seen that lady. There's a lady who does some skits.
So that is the thing. So you shouldn't, on no account should you try. If you know you can sell your product by your language, go and advertise it
100%.
On your language. Say it like that. If you don't, if it's your local language, there will be somebody out there who will say, I want to know what that person is saying. Yes. Translate.
That's it.
If you know you cannot explain properly in English, don't go and deceive yourself.
Exactly.
Go in there and speak your language and speak your language and sell the product.
Yes. And get an interpreter, because imagine Germans, Norwegians, all these people, if they don't speak English, they will get an interpreter. But for us Africans, we feel like our languages, and one thing, if somebody says your name wrong and it's African and they say it's too hard, just tell them, just the way your name is hard to them, so are their names
hard to you.
Like, I don't know how to say Gloucester. If you show someone who is African, Gloucester, it's written Gloucester. Sister, you know, things like that. We find it just as difficult. So if I can make the effort to learn your name, Mr. Whatever your name is that is so hard, you too can make an effort to learn an African name and have the respect to at least try. So it's on us to tell them time and time again, no, that's not how you say it. You say it like this.
And again, be proud.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's another thing that affects us. Like me, all my design are African print. I don't know design. Everything I promote is African fabric. If I have books that I've made that are African fabric, anything I want to do, because I'm comfortable with that.
Of course.
I'm very comfortable with that. So there's nothing you will tell me about those fabric that I'm not going to respond back to you.
Exactly.
So I know the A to B to Z of that product.
Yes.
Do not go and say something that you are not comfortable, that you do not know the history.
That's
I see a lot of people go into all this kind of business that they are doing now, their online business. Some of these things, you do not know the A to B to Z. At the beginning, it might look nice, but for the next 5 years, can you maintain those business? The answer might be no, because you don't know the A to B to Z of
or you
business.
don't believe in the product. The
don't
thing
believe
is,
in the product.
If you're a Christian who doesn't drink, you have no business running a bar. Because if you're a Christian who doesn't drink and you believe, or any religion who doesn't drink, and you believe that drink is wrong, or you believe that drugs are wrong, then you have no business selling that just because of the money, because you will never, ever, ever, long term, as you say, convince somebody. I'm a fitness professional, If I stand up, if I turn up somewhere, people will see, without me telling them, that I am in the fitness profession. Or at least in the wellness profession. We went for an interview today. We are trying to set up some boot camps. And we went to a couple of primary schools because we're trying to hire their compounds, their grounds. Now, I had 2 people with me. One of the people said to me, Sharon, why did you get us overdressed when all we were doing was going to public schools?
Did you know? I need to coach you about
exactly.
that.
So what I said was, listen, as a professional, it doesn't matter whether you're going to meet the president or you're going to a public school to meet the head teacher or the secretary or the gate man of a public school. You dress exactly the same so that when you turn up, you're treated exactly the same on all those places. Because people see, number one, you're clean, you're tidy, you have respected them enough to dress well in your uniform. Yes? So you've represented yourself and your company. Number two, you go in there and it doesn't matter whether you're speaking to the person at the gate, you're speaking to the person who washes the classrooms or the headmistress. You show them all the same courtesy. You see? So this person was asking me, why did we get overdressed for this? I mean, it's not like we met anyone important. I said, every person we met in that school is important.
What do you mean? It's not like
exactly.
Me, I'm always on point with my dressing. It's because today you see me, I went to the gym. I know I'm going to the gym because I had the Afrobeat fitness class. So that's why. But when I leave my house, it doesn't matter. Everyone, they know me. Oh, Lucy, she put in her best. When I leave my house, I make sure, except I'm just walking to my studio to go and do something. But if I'm going, it doesn't matter where I'm going to visit. I need to represent, and I say that I always represent my African culture. My clothes has to be Ankara. Either if it's a skirt, if it's a gown, or anything. If I don't have the Ankara, I will have the earring. If I don't have the earring, I will have the clip. I will have the scarf. There must be something signature about where I come from. So as soon as I step in there, you know, this person, this is where she belongs.
Africa has arrived.
Africa has arrived. It has arrived. So so anything you're gonna put on the table, you know, being negative about anything that got to do Africa, we're not gonna find no deal with it.
It's not happening. And as you said it really well. The thing is, people know exactly what you stand for. And a lot of people sway. You know, we have a show here with some young people. And one of them was arguing that education is more important than anything else, than vocational courses, than maybe getting a contract. He's a dancer. And I said, okay, so fine. What is it exactly that you're arguing for? And he said, well, I was just arguing for that argument because the others were arguing on the other side. And I said, that doesn't make sense because there's no integrity in what you've done. There's no authenticity. Imagine someone wanted to sponsor you to do the thing that you were arguing for. And then you turn up and say to them, oh, I don't really believe in that thing. I was just saying it. What were you saying it for?
What were you saying it for? Why are you following that? I call those people Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty have a great floor. Because you're sitting, what you're doing, you're sitting on the fence. Of both ends. And when both sides pull apart, you sink. You sink. And you'll be lucky if you'll be able to come up before they close back again.
That's it.
So do not. I always say to people, I do not sit on the fence. It's either I'm here or I'm back.
Oh, no, that is so true. It's so important, and especially in business, it's so important that you believe in what you represent, as you said. So important, because if you don't believe in what you represent, you will not have longevity in business.
And at the first time, it will be hard. People will not want to accept you, but forget about them.
Doesn't matter. You're not doing it for them.
So because one, I used to say to people, say you have what is called 2 to 3 years business testing. So within those 2 to 3 years, don't think you're going to make profit. If you make profit,
you're lucky.
Well done. Well done. But if you don't make, that is the beginning. That is the beginning. So they call it business testing. You're testing the business to see if you can actually achieve. If that business is viable. You have with 1 or 2 years to know if that business is viable. If you see that the business people are showing interest, but it's not moving fast, don't worry. Keep swapping, keep rebranding. Rebrand. If like for instance, now if I go to market with this and nobody buy it after 3 markets, when I come back, I'm going to put some beads on it.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to put some nice bead on it and change it and bring it back to the market.
Yes.
And if somebody buy it, fine. Somebody did not buy it. When I come back again, I'm going to glue some, what's it called? Raffia or color fabric at the edge again.
Yes.
And change the look.
Exactly.
So this is how business works.
Yes.
When you take it to the market, it didn't work. Go back to your drawing board, do some rebranding, do some research. Sometimes do some giveaway to hear what people are going to say.
That's it. Yeah.
People like Coca-Cola, all those big firms, they spend a lot of money doing marketing and research. But we as Africans, we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, then give it to friends and family.
Yeah.
Give it to people can wear them for you.
Yes. Yes.
Give it to prominent people in your community.
That's it.
Let them wear them and advertise it for
That's
you. Because
it.
you can't tell where the market will come from. And
exactly.
do not focus all your energy in making. Sometimes do transferable skill. Learn to teach other people. Then you can make money from that.
Exactly.
So like me, I finished as a fashion designer. I did not sew that much for people. I just teach.
Yes.
I do a lot of teaching. So there's a lot of fashion designers that when they become a fashion designer, all they do is to just sew.
Yes.
For me, that's not me. I didn't do that.
Yes.
So I run community classes. I do with young children. I do after school. I do online. So most of the time, there are different ways of actually making your market. There are different ways of actually selling. Sometimes organize a private buy.
Yes.
You know, why do you only do that when you are doing Mary Kay or you are doing all those kind of things? But when it comes to your own individual skill, you don't do that.
Exactly.
So what is stopping people? Sometimes develop a franchise whereby you can say to other people, you must not sell, produce, and sell.
That's it.
Sometimes be the manufacturer and get somebody to become a retailer for you. So when you produce this item, give it to someone else. Say, you know what? I'm setting up a franchise. Do you want to have a franchise? All those young people, call them. You say, okay, you want to have it, just like Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah.
I'm producing it. I can give you 20, but in return, you sell and give me 15 and pay for 15. So what you've done, you've actually developed a franchise because you don't have the marketing skill to sell. Yes. But there are people out there that can sell it, but they don't have the capital to start.
Exactly.
As a franchise.
Yes.
Then you are building a different scale of business.
That's it. And you're also growing other people out there.
And you're also growing.
Yes.
So this applies to anything, even as a tomatoes market seller in the market. If you are the one that goes out there to get it in basket, it does not mean because you buy it in basket, you should come and sell it like small in a small container.
Exactly.
When you buy it, look for other women. Yeah. Other women that do not have the capacity or the capital to go and buy in big basket or 10 baskets. Give them one basket, let them sell and bring the money to you.
Exactly.
So your job now is you buying big, give them one, you go home, you finish for the day.
That's
and you
it.
Go and
yeah.
So you're not the one buying in bulk and selling in petty.
Creating some passive income.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. So we can talk all day, Lucy. Me and you, we have to talk some other time as well. You know, I hope that we can have another one where we just talk systems, how to create those, you know, like how to structure your business. So I'm hoping that we can have something like that, like structuring your business. But right now, before we finish, before my curfew time, what I'd like to ask you is to speak now to somebody who is perhaps thinking of starting a business, or somebody who has started and they're still just putting their foot in the water, or somebody who has started and it's really, really hard. It's getting hard and they really want to think, I want to give up. You know, what would you say to that person who is just in the inception of their idea, you know?
Okay, I have
what advice would you give?
I have 2 advice for them.
Yeah.
One advice, if you're just starting, maybe first year and the thing is tough or you don't know, you're confused, have a break. Go and have a break. Stop. Stop everything you're doing and put it aside. Do not close the business.
No.
Just go for a break. Going for a break, if you want to go holiday, that's up to you. But go and do something else.
Yes.
You see that you go and get yourself a job.
Yes.
Or you start doing something that you like, or do something else. Not business. Do something else. Either get yourself a job or you try to go into partnership with somebody. But that business, call it a day. Have a break. You can have a 6 months break. You can have a 1 year break. You can even have a 2 years break. So by the time you go and do something else, you will start identifying some of the things that you're doing wrong. You start identifying how important that business is. And now you're not knowing, you see that either it is not the business that have a problem, maybe it is you.
Yes.
That have the problem. So you will now start working on yourself to be able to go back and run that business properly.
Yes.
That is one. Then the second one is, if you're running a business, you're doing it, everything you're doing, it's like the business is starting, it's like it's not starting, it's like it's going forward, and you know your instinct has told you that this thing will work, but it's not working. You need to do what is called business audit. First of all, skill audit on yourself. What talent do you have for this business? What are the talents? What are the skills? For instance, now you're running a provision business, or you're running whatever business you're running. You look at that business. What did that business need? What skill did that business need? Every business has a skill. Every business has what they need for them to drive. So you will look at that business and say, what does this business need? Does this business need an admin to run my social media platform? Does this mean this business need someone to do the marketing for me? Yes. Does this mean need a manager? Does this business need a capital? Because sometimes you see that it's a capital the business needs, and you're just patching. It's not going to go anywhere. So, does this business need a capital? Does this business need a strategic place to be? So this how you do a business audit. Yes. And see what does that business need.
Yes.
So when you finally do that, you put those things aside. Sorry. You put those things aside.
Yes.
And you now do skill audit on yourself. What are the skills that I have? You start listing those skills down.
Yes.
What am I good at? You list it out. When you do those skills, what are my qualifications?
Yes.
What are my experience? What are my weak points? What are my strong points about you as an individual?
Yes.
Once you've done that, you will now start doing cross-match.
Yes.
You've done one for your business, you've done one for yourself.
Yes.
And you start doing cross-match. My business needs admin. Am I a business admin person? If yes, you cross-match. Tick box. My business needs accountant. Am I an accountant? If I'm not an accountant, wrong. So I don't have that skill. My business needs someone that will run social media. Do I know how to do social media? Yeah. No. The wrong, that is not working. So you start doing that. My business needs capital. Do I have enough money to give to my business?
Yes.
So when you look at it and find out that out of the 10 things that your business needs, you only have 2.
Yes.
What is it telling you? It's telling you that you do not have the capacity
to run that business.
Yeah, and that is why it's not working.
Yes.
So what you need now, you have 2 options. It's up to you. Is it that you want to do pay as you go?
Yes.
Pay as you go capital is you work and save.
Yes.
And come back and support your business.
Yes.
We call it pay as you go capital. You don't take no loan. Or you go and take a loan. Are you sure that that business will be able to pay back that loan.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself. Don't be emotional about it.
That's it.
True to yourself. This is, you put your business hat.
Yes.
If I take this loan, can my business work? Can I be able to work and pay back?
That's
if
it.
You're able to do it, go ahead and take it, and don't take too much. Take more. So if anything happens, you'll be able to pay back.
Yes.
That's the second one. Then the third one, maybe I need a partner. The African people will find it very difficult to work in partnership, but partnership is great.
100%.
Sometimes it might be bad, but let me tell you, you working in a firm is partnership.
It is. It's just that you are.
It's just that you are you've been employed, they pay you salary. That's a partner.
Yeah.
It's a different form of partnership.
That's
it's
it.
Employer and employee.
Yes.
What's partnership? So that's what you start doing now. Start looking for who will I partner with? Who has a similar business idea that I can partner with so that we can come together, so that we can share resources. Look at those things that my business needs. How can I help them? I think somebody out there should be setting something like this where you can come, an organization can do business audit and merge other people together. We need that.
You just gave me an idea.
Yes. So it's about helping people to do business audits and self-individual audits. So when you come into places, if you have done for 10 people, you're able to, you can partner them, you can merge them together. You say, you have this, you don't have this.
Yes.
So both of you can actually come together and you still do S factor.
Yes.
You know, Simon, I will just merge people
That's
together.
so true, to make a group, and it's usually so successful. Yeah, or you can have the Tinder of business. That one doesn't left, right. Maybe that one I have to meet them and see if our personalities match.
That's it.
No blind dates here.
No blind date, but the same thing applies to business.
This is so true. This is
same thing applies to business. There needs to be something like that can mismatch. And also do audit and check and you know your weak point. Then it doesn't mean because you become a partner, you become a partner forever. No. Look at all those people that look at what's that guy name that do music? What's his name? That did the Boys Life? I've forgotten his name. Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams. It was with the what's that group they called it? Take that.
Yeah.
So you can be a business partner. After 5 years, everybody bear his father's name. You know?
Yeah.
So you've become strong.
I like that. Everybody bear his father's name.
So you've both supported each other.
You grow.
No, and then the burden is not left for you alone.
That is so true. That's true.
You know, you put on, after a while you say, you know what?
Yeah.
I can run my race.
Yes.
Just give me my battle. I don't need anybody to hold my back. I have the strong muscle.
That's
I can carry everything, and I can still run.
Exactly.
So then you can goodbye to your partner.
Yeah.
We meet again some other time. You understand me?
Yes.
So this are things that people need to start doing.
Yes.
Because that will help you
to
actually grow.
Yes.
It will help you grow and become a better person.
Yes. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I feel like if I didn't have a coffee, we would keep talking here because I feel like number one, you have done such a noble thing to create that smoother path. It's not easier, it's smoother. It's still hard and it's still fraught with a lot of obstacles. However, it's smoother because you point out there is an obstacle. However, this is how you can overcome it in a smooth way, you know? And I'm so glad that there's someone to do that because 20 odd years ago, when I went there was nobody to do that. I struggled by myself, went to uni, built my own businesses, did all of that. But I'm glad that someone's taken that initiative to do this. And I hope that more people can come and do the same back home. You know what I mean? A lot of people come back here and they have a lot of skills that we learn out there. But instead of sharing, we hoard those skills and we keep them to ourselves. But I hope and pray that we can sit down again and do a more targeted chat where people will get skills of a certain type. But for now, I would like to say thank you so much. And I'm sure people will really enjoy having you. And I'm sure they will ask us to invite you again. And
I'm happy. That is my dream.
Yes.
I'm an African woman and I will continue to be an African woman. There's no change about it. I love my country. I'm proud to be Africa, and it's my home.
Yes.
It's my home. My dream, when I finish whatever I'm doing here in the UK, like support the African and support those women to
100%.
actually use their skill. And like what I'm saying about the skill, because this is something I develop, skill and individual skill audit and business audit, where people can merge and it make the work easier for you. And then we can all become, then there's no form of jealousy. Say, I am doing this, you're doing this, you are replicating me, you're copying me. Nobody's copying each other. There's enough out there for us to do. So viewers, my door is open and I'm happy to share my business journey.
Yes.
It's not easy to be a business person, but I am telling you, if you put your heart and your soul to it, you will enjoy it. It will be the best thing that you ever done for your life, because it is freedom.
Yes. Yes.
You can wake up at your own time, create your own time, create your own business, create your own market, manage and be your own self-boss.
Build a legacy for yourself and your future generations.
Yeah.
Amen to that. All right. Lucy, thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so glad. I'm glad that I'm doing this because I've done a lot of TV and radio show.
Yes.
But I'm glad I'm doing this for Africa. So I'm happy.
Okay.
So guys, enjoy it. Don't be scared.
No.
Don't let
go for it. Bash those doors in.
Yeah, just bulldozer it. Bulldozer it. I don't believe there's any door that is closed. I don't believe.
No. Yeah, and even if it's closed, there's no door that is a wall. It is a door.
The door.
Yeah. Bulldozer it.
The worst that can happen, they will tell you to wait outside for a while.
Yeah, but then you can still kick it in though. You don't need permission. All right then, Lucy. Thank you so much. Have a good evening and enjoy your workout.
Okay, take care. Bye.
All right. Good night. Bye.